Well, first of all, thank you for coming down. Today is really all about celebrating these four guys here and what they've achieved in the last few weeks, and also BCB and the Midlands boxing really as a whole. It's been a fantastic time for boxing in this part of the country, both in Staffordshire and in the West Midlands and out in Shropshire. BCB's been a massive part of that. So I'm going to introduce obviously a few people that are up here. My name's Paul Webb. I look after the media side of BCB. So we've got Nathan Heaney, Tyler Denny. On the end, we've got Ryan Kelly, head coach Paul Mann, and nearest to myself, Liam Davies. So just going to talk through obviously these guys' achievements. We'll start with November 18th, which was I think BCB's busiest night, certainly my busiest night since working with the company. Nathan, we'll start with yourselves. British title win, a fight that a lot of people outside of the BCB gym didn't necessarily think you were going to win, but you showed your class, you showed your ability, and it was a fantastic performance.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, so not many people give me a shout, but me and Steve know what we need to do. So yeah, we got the job done on the night, which was good.
Now the fight obviously at Manchester headlining, you had, I don't know how many tickets officially you sold, but there was a huge amount of Stoke fans all there giving you a massive amount of support. And that's something that you've had for years, since going back to the early days fighting on the BCB shows at the King's Hall.
Yeah. Well, I sold 1,700 for that one personally, but then there's more. There's about 2,000 or just over it in the arena itself. But no, it was great. The atmosphere was meant to, like as it always is. But it needed to be for that one because obviously Bentley was a massive step up for me. So every little bit they can help you did help me on the night. To be fair, so yeah, it was really brilliant.
Tyler, again, yourself, same night, different venue, the new Wolverhampton Civic Halls, European title fight against a very, very experienced champion, Matteo Signani. You did the business, easily beat him in a comfortable fight, but with an interesting ending. But what did you make of the experience? Obviously, boxing so close to your hometown, headlining on Sky Sports.
It was good. I can kind of relate to what Nash had for years and years, the support. The venue there, just obviously been upgraded and stuff, spent millions on it, and it's like a York Hall but bigger, better and cleaner. But the atmosphere was unreal, something that I'll remember forever.
Absolutely. Now, obviously a massive opportunity again. You've boxed all across the Midlands on small hall shows like this one we've got this evening. What sort of experience did those shows ground you to get yourself ready for that step up in the European title fight?
You get your experience, but it's more, I think, not so much a bad thing, but I don't want to go back to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So in order not to go back to them, I enjoy fighting on the bigger shows on Sky Sports and whatever, but you've got to continue winning. If not, then I was throwing you in a 6-rounder against the guy who's changed your own opponent 3 days before, and he's changed for the 3rd time already that week. So I enjoy what it is now. I enjoy how, the big time really being on Sky boxing, walk back to headlining as well is even better. So I've got to keep winning for that to continue.
Absolutely. Now, someone who's used to the big time now, fighting on BT Sports regularly, headlining in his own arenas in Telford, but you're up at Manchester, Liam. Very exciting fight. I think you maybe made it a bit more exciting than it needed to be. I'm not sure. So Tristan was panicking a little bit in that third, but you recovered so well. You didn't really a flash knockdown. You went on to put an emphatic stoppage, and most people said, it was the fight of the night.
Yeah, I think it was the only stoppage of the night, and I agree it was the fight of the night. It's probably the first time I could say, or maybe the one before that, but yeah, it was good. Good, nice change in Manchester. We went up, spent the week there. Still got a chase who's got to give my money back for the parking, but we'll get that sorted. And yeah, it was a good experience. I've been at Telford the last couple, and it's nice, but change of scenery was nice, and I think everyone enjoyed the fight and the weekend. Most people come up for a weekend, so it was nice.
Yeah, it's a big performance. Obviously, you were already well world ranked anyway, but the new updated rankings, and I got you number 5 in the WBC. It's going to be a lot of talk about world title fights for you next. Or what do you want to do? What do you think 2024 will bring?
Yeah, I think I'm ready for a world title. I feel like I've won every belt bar a world title now, and I wasn't probably getting as bigged up as these other kids like the McCanns and all these other kids in Queensbury, and I think now there's no denying it, so hopefully they can give me my shot. I feel like I'm ready for it, and yeah, just got hope because that side of things out of my hands, but I just want to fight again soon.
Absolutely. And Ryan, at the end, Ryan, obviously you've fought on these big shows in the past, and you had your own non-televised show, but a big show, absolutely packed out venue. I think we were no one wanted, everyone wanted seats, no one could get freebies. It was absolutely rammed in there, standing room only. And what was billed as a real 50-50 fight, a bit of a make or break it fight for you against Rugby Wilson Bed, but you got the win, best performance of your career.
Yeah, I mean, it was you know, built as a 50-50 fight, and in my own head I went into that fight. I didn't say it to anyone, but I said if I can't beat, you know, the River Wilson Beds of the world, then I've got no right to be in the sport. So I went in there to, you know, get the job done. Bit of a slow start, but again, I think it was the you know, the room was heaving. It was, you know, it was a great fight. Took a cut from a clash of heads in the second round. My man Paul here, you know, done a great job working on it, and yeah, again myself, I'm hoping 2024 some big shows and, you know, some big fights to be involved in.
And what inspiration do you take, obviously, from the three guys up on the table here, and others that have gone on and achieved that next step, to make you think that you could also do the same thing?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, you know, I've inspired the two at the end. Liam, I haven't, because obviously, you know.
You don't want to spoil me.
No, I don't. But, you know, I've shared the ring. Me and Nath done a lot of rounds for our last fights, and, you know, played a big part in each other's camp. So that's what I'm aiming for, is to be, you know, with the big promoters, got a great team around me. You know, my trainer John Costello, we've got BCB, Paul, Errol's non-stop working. He's, you know, does a great job for the lads and the ladies. But, you know, next year's I want to get these fights, Errol. All right. So.
Well, we'll cut to you, Paul. Obviously, as Ryan mentioned, obviously, head coach of BCB, one of the busiest working men in boxing. If you're on a Friday night in Edinburgh, then you're on Saturday night down in London. You must be incredibly proud, obviously, of what yourself and Errol have built. And obviously, November 18th and these last couple of weeks has really sort of culminated all that effort into over many years of work to finally really starting to get that national recognition that a lot of people always say they know the name, they mention BCB, but we've always gone a little bit under the radar. Maybe don't shout about ourselves enough, we don't brag enough, but you've got to be really proud to be up here with these guys.
Oh yeah, 100%, and I think it's all thanks to you say the busiest, but it's Errol Johnson for what he's been doing since 1999. I've just been so privileged, and I'm so grateful to be in the position that I am now, and to watch what I always believed in. He himself, after sacrificing, remortgaging houses, credit card debts, everything, putting these little home shows on, which Liam, Tyler, Nathan over there, and Brian here have all fought on them small home shows, which make it so worthwhile when you see what they achieve. And like we said, when Nathan, big, massive underdog, Tyler, no one ever believed that he'd get to this level. Liam's always rolled off in every fight that he has. And Ryan, the fight that he had, yeah, I think it's one of the fights of the year on a small home show. So yeah, I'm just so privileged and grateful, and thank you for by the grace of God to what they've achieved. And it's just amazing, and it's onwards and upwards from there. World titles next.
You'd say I'm number one.
You're all number one.
Yeah, we're always battling for favourites in time. Just a quick one, guys. Obviously, 2024. Obviously, we're talking about achievements from this year. Your opportunities and your options are massive for next year. We'll start at the end, Nathan. You've been, you know, on the Talksport Breakfast Show of Alan Brazil. You've been everywhere. There's a huge amount of interest in yourself now. You've got that British title. You've got the WBA Continental title. What do you want to do next?
I'm seeing Frank and George on Monday, so I'll speak to them there and see what's happening. But, like, it sounds ridiculous to obviously say about a world title, but they were lining Bentley up to fight Yannick for a world title next year. So I did a good job on Bentley, to be honest. I felt good in there, and why I'd love to just take a spot. To it. Like, I see no reason why not. If Bentley was going to do it, let's see what I can't do it either. So just go see what happens.
So, Tyler, could it be maybe potentially a defence of the European title back at Wolverhampton now, which you love the venue, you mentioned it earlier. Again, you've got lots of options. What do you want to do next?
Yeah, I think that'll be next early next year, hopefully. And Myself, look, why not go for the world titles and stuff? No saying about, like I say, Ben News getting big, but we've had it before. Melbourne got a world title opportunity, so why not really? That's the aim really. So I'll go wait for the rankings to come out. But Signani was rated in the top 15 and 2 of them I think anyway, so I'm guessing I would be as well. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully I get a defence early next year and then keep moving on.
So now, Liam, we mentioned earlier about those world rankings. As I say, hitting top 5 WBCs, Nairo Inoue. He's one of the most avoided men in boxing, one of the most dangerous pound-for-pound fighters in boxing, but you are ranked in all the others as well. What do you want? Is it the biggest fight, the biggest opportunity? What do you think when people mention Inoue's name?
I just want to fight, man. So, whoever it is, let me know. Obviously, yeah, Inoue's a massive thing. I guarantee now if Errol rang me and told me I'm going to Japan, I'll be jumping for joy because it's like you say, to be the best, you've got to fight the best, and I feel like right now, it's horrible and cocky as it sounds, I'm unbeatable. So yeah, we'll see whatever comes, but I just want to fight. That's it. That's all I've ever done. That's all I've ever been interested in. So hopefully fight soon as possible and don't have to wait around too long.
Absolutely. And finally, just Ryan on the end. Again, you're in a really interesting position now. Obviously, you've picked up that version of the Commonwealth Silver title. There's going to be lots of options for hopefully for televised fights. Obviously, with whether it be with Frank Warren, whether it be with Boxer or on DAZN, because they're all putting shows on in this part of the world. What do you want to do next, and what do you think your next opportunity could be?
Do you know, just keep progressing now. I don't really look to make a defence of this title unless something big came, but it's for me now, it's just about progressing and moving on, and I really feel like I'm only just getting started. I know I'm 22 fighting, but for me, I'm just getting started. I'm still, I'm 30 in January, so it's not like I'm an old man. I'm just getting started, so again, I believe in my team, and I believe that they'll do the right thing by me. And again, like Liam just said, I've never said no to a fight. I don't shy away from fights. So if the challenge comes my way, then I will be taking it.
Do you want a British or European chef?
Listen, mate, I'd keep you in the biggest sickest on top it that way.
That's it. That's good, man. I had that about 4 years ago.
It's the one question I've not put to you two, to be fair. I don't think it would happen, but there's a lot of people obviously on social media who probably don't know the relationship that you two guys have that have said about a British and European fight.
So obviously, because obviously Sal's got the European, but so the next step from that would be the European one too. But yeah, me and Sal done many rounds together, and it's I've never had a good spar with Sal.
So if we get out inside, we'll have it too.
Yeah. You're relax and seeing all that, mate. I'll do give us whatever, mate. But yeah.
Wolverhampton, Riyadh. What's the difference? Okay, guys, thank you very much. We're just going to grab these guys all together just to get some pictures for you and then break up some one-to-ones. All right? Thank you.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.